So I'm pleased to welcome back to the show Wrexham midfielder Dean Keates. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, and thanks for having me on again.
So you're first on the show about this time last year, and you'd just come back from injury, and Wrexham were struggling a bit in the league. So how's life a year on?
Yeah, it's not too bad. We just got through to the first round top of the FA Cup after a good result last night in the replay, and we I think 3 points off the playoff spot, and I don't know if it's 6 points off top spot. I mean, this year it's a very tight league, and I think it's going to be that probably us, even us down in 10th place. There's a couple of teams on your point below us further down, 12th, 13th, 14th, and they're all going to be in contention this year. I don't think it's as strong as it has been over the last few years, and I think it's definitely up for the grabs.
So as you say, you're 10th and you're 3 or 4 points off the playoffs. Is that the aim for this season, to get in the playoffs? Or? Yeah,
I think minimum this year. I mean, obviously we had a change manager about a month or two before the end of last season. It's a fairly new squad, and obviously the size of the club and the ambition, and the club needs to get back in the Football League, so it has definitely got to be in the minimum playoffs I'd thought this season. But as I said, I definitely feel like top spot is up for grabs.
Were the people of Wrexham gutted that Chester stayed up on a technicality last season?
I don't know. I mean, you see some fans that do obviously have a technicality. I mean, this club's been through a lot over the years. I mean, a couple of years ago, we had to stump up a £250,000 bond to sell the club to start the first game of the season, and obviously the fans having had to raise that themselves and stuff like that. And I think there have been a few other teams who have not to do them kind of things. So I think in a few cases, people have feel a bit hard done by. That we've had to do things different. Yeah. And obviously, as it goes, I mean, for us as a player, I mean, obviously, I didn't play in the game at Wrexham last season, the first game down at our place, and obviously I was sat watching. The atmosphere was unbelievable. Obviously, I think the second game down at Chester towards the end of last season, it was a very tense occasion. We had a new manager who not long came in, so we didn't really want to make too many mistakes there. As a bunch of players, and you could see they were fighting for any points, and it was a very nervy occasion. He needed a goal, he needed a goal, and I think obviously then the other team would have to go on and force the issue, but obviously there's another. We had not so great at Derby. I think we were fairly in control. We created a few chances, but we ended up losing 2-1 and conceding two very late goals in the one this season. But as players, it was obviously it's not nice to see what's happened to the Hereford, and obviously they fought to stay up, and their players fought the socks off to stay up and keep up last season. Obviously, just to have all that hard work just pulled away, and obviously some reason mismanaged the club. But obviously, us as players, it's nice to play in the derby. So.
Okay, so congratulations on last night's victory over Mactown. So what were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think even in the first leg, I think if anybody looked more capable, it was going to be us. But obviously, we kicked off last night, and they were 1-0 up, not too far into the game. So obviously, like I said, a great bit of character and turned it round. Obviously, fending off, and obviously made a massive difference for it. And obviously, then we went on and used the extra man, and obviously went on and finished it for 2.
So what would be the dream? Beat Woking, then have Walsall in the second round?
For me personally, maybe Walsall, Peterborough. I mean, I had some of the best years there, some great. I had a great rapport with the fans. So for me personally, I think one last swan song for me. I think the best skirt. It's not so much called best skirt anymore, but now I think obviously as the club we just need to get through, and obviously we get through the Woking one, and you obviously few of the big hitters from the League One teams, or if we don't get them, the big draws so we can get some TV. You just hopefully can get a draw that you say, well, we can get through, and hopefully you can get one of the big hitters then, and obviously then get some money into the club.
So if you got into the third round, would you want a big club, or do you like somebody like Hull? Or?
No, I mean, I think it's very much the case of. I mean, fans, so there's not massive amounts of money.
No.
Every penny, every pound's counted for. It's spent, nothing spent that they can't afford to spend, kind of thing. So obviously, I think hopefully if we can get through, we can get a good draw and get some money into the club. That'll be a great cause for them. Great thing for us, and obviously give it, give it a great day out. Not all being well, you never know what might happen that day. You might stop on a little bit of luck, and you might go and nick a result that side.
Yeah. So do a quick recap of your career. 6 motions with 3 clubs. Which one was your favourite?
I'd probably have to go for obviously playing for my hometown club and picking up 3 there. I'd definitely say it'd be one of the 3 at Walsall. But
yeah.
I think the main one that stands out for me is the one that we when we won League Two, and to be part of that team that actually won the title and go on, and probably had probably the best season of my career on a personal note, scoring 15 goals from midfield. I'd probably go as far as say it would probably be that one.
Yeah, and hopefully it's the 7th promotion this season for you.
Yeah, I mean that's been the aim. I mean since the reason I came up to Wrexham, we was looking at planting roots and moving back up towards the northwest. My kids were due to start school at that age, so we made a choice and to come back up here. And obviously it was a big club, and it's been so undersold the ambition of me and what you wanted to do and what you wanting. So over the last season since I've been up here, we've always been in the mix, and we've been unlucky on some years. It's 98 points and not winning the league, kind of unheard of, but we've been there or thereabout over the last season. Obviously it was a massive disappointment, and as I said, there was a bit of a change and a shake at the top, and obviously there's a new man come in now, and it's for him to try and take the club forward.
So you moved to Hull when they were in Division 3, so what's it like to see how far the club's come since 2002?
Yeah, obviously I was only at Hull for a year and a half, and obviously it was a massive club, and obviously I was fortunate enough to still be there when the side off in the KC, and you could see the size of the potential and how big the club is, and obviously it was not obviously even when I moved on, I still kept in touch with a lot of players there. I'm still speaking with Nashby, and obviously it was nice to see the person that I played alongside in midfield back then in League Two. He went on to be a person that played in every single league for him and represented even at the top level, the captain there. So it was nice to see that. That's something that you make a friend with through the game, even like to say League Two, and he's still there performing for him in the Premiership.
Okay, so you mentioned before we started that you've just recently started a degree. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, obviously through the financial trouble that the club went through, the university in Wrexham, obviously it's located right next to the racecourse, so obviously they saved the club on that side by buying the racecourse and buying the training ground. So the club's there's a link up there with the club, and there's a new concept. It's been brought in by Lee Jones and Doc Adamine, and who've set something up in the aspect of like young players who get released from clubs get the chance now to study a degree. They also get a chance to play full-time football, the training full-time, and obviously the degree, and it's an extra pool of players for the club to dip into. Obviously there's some young lads there from Leeds, Burnley, Preston, so it's a good pedigree of lads that have had good upbringing. So obviously it's they're studying and doing the football, so there's an option there. I think it's about 16, 17, but as myself, I asked about the court, about whether is it possible something I could look at jumping onto in Jay Harris, and it was open to us as well, not just to like obviously so just starting his first year. We was allowed to jump on, so I've as at 36 gone back to school, so I started a degree in sports coaching. So it's something like the last few weeks it's been a bit hard work to get used to and get the routine of like getting back into it, but it's something I'm looking forward to and started to enjoy it in the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm 33 and the thought of going back to school, God, I don't think I could do that. So, you mentioned the first time you were on that you were looking about getting into coaching, about to do your coaching badges possibly. Have you started them?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I'm still I'm in the process now doing my UAFB through the Welsh FA, so that's like I'm going through the course this season. I've had 4 days so far. It's split through I probably looks about every 6 weeks. spend the full day Sunday over in Colwyn Bay. But now it's something I'm enjoying. And obviously, then that backed up with a degree that I'm hopefully will achieve in the next few years in sports coaching, and we'll look at progressing out to the A licence as well. So obviously, it's all being well, they're the kind of my aims in the next few years, and all being well, if we can still be healthy and fit enough to still be able to play football as well.
So where would you like to start the coach? Would you like to go in with the kids, or is it?
Well, I've made the choice, obviously, when you go into your B licence, that whether you want to study the kids module or you go into adults. And I did something that's something I've always thought about. Where would you like to do it? And I chose to stay to do the adult module. So obviously, it'll be well, if it's something I can do, I can maybe just jump in somewhere and do a bit of coaching, move with the first team and. Somewhere along the line, so it's that side, but it's something I would definitely not rule out. Like in later on, but obviously passing my B licence, that look at like probably branching out and doing like the kids module as well, just to.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us, and hope everything goes well the rest of the season, and with your degree.
No problems. Thanks for having me back on.
Okay, well, thank you.
Cheers, thank you. Yeah, bye.